Glad to see you come back for another video. We're going to be talking about a William Cecil, one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful man in England at the time of printing. For a little bit more about his bio, have a little look at the website where you found this video, especially on the same page. I'll give you some interesting details about this gentleman. And the importance of this book is that it carries the very first Block G green man firstly introduced to London, and it is with this gentleman Cecil, one of the most powerful, probably one of the most dangerous, a very skilled politician, diplomat and spy. Now, what we're going to take a look at here is an introductory page further on in the book where we will find our green man. And here we have it here, a very clear copy of our green man Block G. Now, for more information on Block G, you will find this at the Green Man Gallery in the website, where we'll follow the timeline of this block and the interesting people who have actually laid hands on this block. But we're going to take a little look, applying the rules that we've seen so far. Nothing new here, it's the same situation again. A page that looks rather innocent may hold some very important information for us. So I'll just zoom in for us. Our information is going to be at the top. And the first thing I'd like to point out here is what we've got as an acrostic. We have PROD for prod. Now prod, you could take it as like poking something with a stick, or poking somebody with your finger, or some other explanation in the way to bring someone's attention. That would be a good way of expressing this. And this prod takes a form from the word prompt. Now prompt would be to bring something to action. You could prompt somebody to read from a script. You could prompt somebody to act on something, or you could prompt somebody by prodding them. So what we've got here is an acrostic with the same word in the sentence verifying this acrostic. If we take a little closer look, we can actually see the word prod it. Now, prod it, like poking with your finger. What are we prodding here? What is the reason for this? And if we take a little look, this ores again, it's a very simple anagram of rose. Now, this is where I feel like it's prompting us to prod something, and it's telling us to prod it. And if we were to poke this ORES with a stick, I'm talking metaphorically, of course, but this is the type of language that's being used. We could easily make the word rose. Now, beside it, we have this QUOS, quos. That sounds very similar to cross. The rose quos. Now that might sound very far-fetched, but what if we had a look at the next line where it expresses this damned Q, as in the Q here, Q be damned. It's like an expression that, damn that Q, I wish we had CR for cross. Now this CR is going to be very important. I will show you very soon. It's hard to give context in one page without looking at the entire book. But if we take this rose quos, and he's expressing this damned Q, it's hard to kind of get behind this 100%, but if we just carry on a little bit, we will see that we have another prod, or prod it. And beside this prod it, we have one. And basically inside this, or to the outside of it, we have IM for I'm. So with a little prod, giving you an example here, we can make the word I'm. or I'm 1. If we were to take product as a call to action. So what this page could be saying is, Rose quos, I am 1. Now, William Cecil, being a member of the Rose Cross, would be something that goes against probably everything from his public persona. Very interesting. Now, what if we take a look at page 53? Now, 53, the relevance of this angle, it will be shown somewhere else in the website, but 53, 37 and 90 form the 3, 4, 5 triangle. Now, if I take a look at page 53, something very interesting. If we come down to line 20, which is here, obviously 20 being 17 and 3, RC added together, it would be a great place to start. Now, what we can see here is, I'll zoom in for us here, we get Johannes D, John D. Now, further to that, we have, underneath it, Johannes D is Frater CR. Johannes D is Brother Christian Rosenkreutz. On line 20, on page 53, buried away in a little corner in a book by Cecil. Very interesting indeed, but there is more. That was the importance of the CR coming out again, but there is more information here. If we take a look at the remaining letters, ESMO, this is a very simple anagram of SOME, SOME, which we have here in a telestic. SOME, and we have Johannes D, ESMO. It's a very simple anagram of SOME. Now, just so we know that there's something going on here, we can show this. I'll just highlight in squares. Prod, it. Again, it's telling us that there's some kind of anagram or play on letters to be done. So we will come back to that product, but for now, we have got something very simple like Johannes D is Frater Christian Rosenkreutz. Controversial in its own, but we'll carry on. Now, what I'm going to highlight next is, before this is Frater CR, we have the word arrow. Now, what I'll do, I'll bring this over for us so we can get a look. Now, arrow, from the Latin, singular, indicative of some. So here we have an instruction which the arrow, it's the singular, if I show you this again, from the Latin. It's giving us help here so we can identify singular future additive indicative of some. So it's a singular use, it's telling us it's a singular use, and what we have is the meaning arrow, some. Now, here we have some again, S-O-M-E, different spelling, phonetically the same. Then we have the anagram of some. Now, what else is there here? If we have a look, because some, I'll just bring this up for us, in the Latin is I am. Some, I am, some, I am. This is what some means. Just like on the previous page we had I'm, here we have the some as I am. And just as a clarification, it gives us it here. Some is I am. Now, there is a lot more on this page. As an example, what we can do is we can highlight the product. I'll just do this for you here. Prod it, telling us that there is another play to come. And what we also have is Exitus, Johannes desmondensis, which is basically die, D-I-E. And then we have this word here, homicida, like murder. And then we can add, let me see 1 second. So we've got this homicida and then die. And this word, cruentus, is bloody, meaning blood. But if we break it up into English, we get vent us, as in vent us, bloody, bleeding. And we have this murder, we have prodit, we have die. There is more in this book, more on this page. If you'd like to know what it is, come and join us at the Trail of the Green Man. We are getting together in a group. I will give you the links to places where we can come together, help each other, and try to get to the bottom of this. The Discord group, I hope, will be a place where I can get people to come in, share their skills. If you think you can figure out what is on this page, hidden in the messages, hidden in the words, please come along, help us out. As an example, on the very first page, page 3, or the first page of writing, we have D, D-E-E. Torturus, but yet the acrostic of T-E-A-R for tear. Torture, tear. There is so much in this book. I would love people to come along, help out if they can, join us on the Discord group. Perhaps you've got some skills in Latin, you're just good with puzzles, good with letters, good with numbers, or just love the mystery. Please spare us some time, come along, help us out. Perhaps you would like to help out in another way. Any donations would be welcome on the website to help keep all this information free and help me keep the lights on at the Trail of the Green Man. Thanks for watching.